Hi, I'm Cameron Bonzi. I'm the Vice President of Marketing with Coast to Maine Brands, and I'm here with Farmer Steph, our walk in the garden. How are you, Steph?
Hi, Cameron. Oh my gosh, it is such a good day here in Maine. Do you see
It's
how pretty it
beautiful.
is?
Yeah.
It's so pretty.
Yeah. I mean, Maine is amazing in the fall. It's probably the best season.
Yeah, I think we only have 2 days left of September, right?
Yep.
And we've been talking about how September is soil care month. So
Yep.
this month during our weekly garden walks, we've been talking about ways you can invigorate your soil and kind of get it teed up for great success next year. And one of the things you can hear the leaves blowing in the background here. There are leaves falling like crazy. And so it's actually, I get that leaves are a lot of work to try to
Oh,
rake
yeah.
up so they don't damage your
Absolutely.
grass. It's
Sure.
really important to get your leaves up off the ground. But when you do that, leaf mulch is one of the best free things that you can put
Yes.
in your garden. And
Yes.
an easy way to make leaf mulch is just have your kids rake your leaves into a pile and then take your lawnmower, whether it's a pusher or a ride on, and just go over those leaves several times until they're all chopped up and then throw that onto your garden beds. Your garden beds, once they're clear of the crops from the season, once you've got all the crops out, then go ahead and throw your leaf mulch on.
I
So
just want to jump in.
that's soil care. So, but now we're turning the corner into October.
Yeah.
October is my favorite month for seed saving. Man, you know, you're laughing at me, Cameron, because I talk so much about seed saving because I love it. I love it.
And we've got all kinds of seed saving videos
Of
too.
all of our videos of our compilation of work that we've done
Yeah,
together, our seed saving videos are dynamite.
they
Like,
are. They're awesome.
I'm pretty sure we could just submit them to the Magnolia Network and get a TV show based off of our
Well,
seed.
should we do that? Should we submit them now?
I think so. Or they could just pick up on this podcast here.
That's what I'm hoping
They'll
because
find
it's
us
good
here.
content.
So now that we're talking about seed saving, we
Yeah.
do have incredible videos that we will repost onto our Instagram and Facebook pages, and they live forever on the Coast of Maine YouTube page. But
Yep.
one thing I want to mention for now that we're turning our corner to October, when you want to save your seeds, two really important things. Do it when they're dry. They've got to be bone dry. That means the worst time to harvest for seeds is morning and uh, dusk when things start to get moisture back on them.
Sure.
Best time to harvest for seeds is going to be the times where you're told not to usually harvest. So it's going to be high midday when things are bone dry and cut them. And then the best way to preserve color and shape is to hang them upside down in a dark space. So like your garage or basement is perfect for taking florals that you might want to dry for crafting or something like that, or seed saving, and then hang them upside down. And then sometimes if I have something like a big bouquet dill head and it's got all those seeds on the big head, what I like to do is hang it upside down inside a brown paper bag and just let all the seeds gradually fall into that brown paper bag. And that's just a good way of making sure you got the plant while it's completely bone dry, and it basically like cures itself while it's hanging.
Yeah, and I keep thinking I'm like that kid with ADD in school. You were talking away and my mind was going off to those videos that
Oh yeah. Well, that's okay because the videos are really pretty and I can see why your brain would go there because they're super fun to record. But it's one of those times of the year where we're in fall
Yep.
and we have such a short season in New England, or a zone 5B specifically. We
Yep.
have such a short season. I like to take full advantage of every season. So make sure you harvest what you have in your garden for those, like the last of your tomatoes that are hanging on, or maybe some of your peppers that are still producing. That's great. Make sure you harvest them so they don't go to waste. But then also keep in mind of things that are fall crops. We're not done gardening yet. So
Yeah.
look at your butternut squash, look at that acorn squash. Now is a good time to turn those to make sure they're getting full coverage. If you have big pumpkins or big squashes, go ahead and look at where their sunspots are and give them a little turn because this is their last push to get their last ripening and coloring in. And then things that you want to preserve, like herbs, It's an awesome time. Your rosemary's popping, your thyme is popping, your sage is probably a big bush by now. Don't let that stuff just go to waste.
Right.
Harvest that stuff, put it in little bands, hang it in your kitchen to dry, hang them in your garage, wherever you need to, but take advantage of all those beautiful crops that you have producing. And they preserve so well just by drying them. You can't necessarily take, peppers and fresh peppers and tomatoes and keep them in such a low maintenance way as you can with herbs. So really take advantage of those herbs. Get your basil. You can dehydrate basil in your oven. You can dehydrate anything in your oven. All you have to do is put it on the lowest setting and let it go, probably for at least 6 hours. But what I'm saying is, this is an awesome time to preserve your harvest, either by bringing things in or by drying them.
And we also talked last week, I think, just about with your herbs, transplanting them and bringing them inside for many of them. So, that's also a good thing too.
Yeah, definitely. After you harvest those herbs, hold on.
It's the phone.
Here
We
you
have phone issues now. Is that where the hesitation was? I thought for a second, I was like, was I wrong on that? That was where my mind went.
No. I'm just going closer to the internet. Last week we talked about bringing your herbs in pots. And I've done that. I did that all last week. You can see I have pots here, and I've got a bunch of pots in my greenhouse because I've just been potting things up to bring them inside right now. I've got 2 lemon trees. I've got about 4 rosemary pots, tons of thyme. So it's a really cool way to bring them in. And then, guys, it's actually cool. If you go to garden centers now and get all the pots that are on sale, because a lot of garden supplies are on sale right now, you can pot up your herbs and give them out as Christmas gifts. Like, you could do that now and put them in pretty pots and just have them well established, because you all do it. Those rosemary Christmas trees that everybody buys for like $30 at Whole Foods at Christmas time. If you just bring your rosemary in now, it's free.
No, and that's the beauty of especially what you do and the way you take advantage of what you have. Buy local, that you talked about, going to your local garden center. This is the time of year where they have discounts on these on pots and containers and that type of stuff. Some garden centers are not open year round, so they start to pull back a little bit. But also to take your herbs, put them in good potting soil. Of course, we suggest Coast of Maine, but if you get some good potting soil, whatever it is, do that. And then having Christmas gifts for free, what's better than that? That's pretty cool.
I know. That's I think just a farmer mindset, where you look around at what you have around you and you just take advantage of it, and you have a very low to no waste tolerance. And so to take anything from the garden that has a chance of still living and surviving, go ahead and bring it in. It makes an awesome gift. If you don't have room for it, it makes a great gift. But it's a great way to just really take full advantage of the crops that you invested in.
No, I think farmers are amazing. They're just amazing.
I think so.
I mean, you've got it in your blood. But I always call them doers, right?
Yeah.
We can look around and be inventive and know what needs to be saved, how to, in a sense, treat the earth the right way, save money, take advantage of everything, be independent, but do good things and give to others. It's pretty awesome.
I love it. So the other thing that's really fun to work on right now is, if you have succulents like in your patio garden or in some raised beds or something like that, even Sedona in like walkways that you might have, that transfers beautifully into pots. So go get the pink, what's the pink bag, Cameron? That's my favorite.
Bar Harbor potting soil.
Which one?
Bar Harbor potting soil.
Yeah, the pink bag, Bar Harbor potting soil. It's fantastic. Go ahead and get that. put it into some pots and pot your succulents. Succulents will reproduce like crazy. In fact, next week, Cameron, for our garden walk, we should do a garden patio walk, and I can take you through this week I've been working on all my succulents.
Yeah,
I've divided them and I set them up so that they would actually be produced for Christmas presents. So I can show you how to do that next week.
that's awesome. And then you were also mentioning row cover.
Row cover. Okay, season's not over. So things like dahlias, you guys, my dahlias are taking forever this year, forever. And that's just because it was really stressful with the drought and the heat temperatures this year. But they're coming. They're just taking a minute. So we are looking at 40 degrees tonight. And so I'm going to storage right now after this call, and I'm going to go get all of my row cover, my remay. And that's a permeable, breathable cloth that will go over my plants, my cold sensitive plants, so that they don't get frostbite. Remay is great to use. If you don't have remay, you can get it at your garden centers. But if they don't have it or you don't have time, that is totally okay. Take a light bed sheet and just throw bed sheets over whatever you're trying to protect, whether it's tomatoes and basil and peppers or whatnot. Things like kale, Swiss chard, Brussels sprouts, broccoli, bok choy, your brassicas, they're totally fine for cold weather. They actually will do even better in cold weather. They're going to get sweeter with cold weather. Same with carrots, radish, things like that. So you don't have to cover those things. Only frost sensitive, cold sensitive things you have to cover.
Is there a certain thread count that you should have on this bed sheet?
It's Egyptian cotton only. No.
I'm kidding.
The dirtier the better.
So yeah, now's the time of year. I mean, basically, as a farmer, what, you change your sheets like every season?
I wouldn't have
and then you just use things as row cover and repurpose. Yeah,
burlap. I just wrap myself in burlap every
exactly.
night.
And then what else? What else is happening? We have fairs that are going on. You were just at the fair, right?
It's fair season. Guess what I did?
I know a little bit about this little Hoppy thing. Yeah.
Always wanted a bunny.
Yeah. So you bought a bunny because you need more things to take care of, right?
Need more things to snuggle. I'm gonna call him Snuggle Bunny, and he's gonna be me and Tractor's new best friend. Although I'm a little concerned, I did train Tractor to chase and kill vermin. So I'm concerned about how this 2-pound fluff ball is going to be introduced to my tractor, but I bet it's going to be great.
Okay, so we put it out there because we're going to need a bunny update every week, and so I'm just crossing my fingers that everything works out okay. All right.
Either it's going to be a really expensive little dog treat for Tractor, or it's going to be the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
I think it's going to be the beginning of a beautiful friendship, just like you and I, right?
Yeah, right.
So, hey, Steph, this has been great. I think this is awesome. I do want to check in on the bunny, row cover, seed staving, bringing plants in. I can't wait to talk to you next week. You're always a ray of sunshine, like the sunshine coming over your shoulder. And, thank you for giving good information for all our listeners.
Thank you, Cameron. Keep gardening, guys. The season is not over. Collect your seeds, protect your babies with row cover or sheets, and keep having fun out there.